Hi, my name is Mark Collins and I'm the module leader for Technical Advances in Radiotherapy. And I thought I'd just put together a short video just to welcome you to the module and to just give you a little bit of a whistle-top tour of the module as well. So those of you that have done modules with us at SHU before will be familiar with Blackboard, and we'll be running everything for this module through Blackboard. So as usual, there's the various tabs down the left hand side, which are hopefully self-explanatory in terms of their content, and you can work your way through those and familiarise yourself with those over the next week to see what you're interested in and what you'd like to have a look at. So I'd just like to have a look at some of the tabs and just show you some of the important material in them. So the first one I'd like to look at is module documents, which hopefully you've found your way to as you're watching this video. And the key kind of document in here is the module descriptor. So that, as you can see, talks around the aims and the rationale for the module, the learning outcome, what to expect from the module in terms of content and the assessment. And the other thing that's really important is the support that we're going to offer you throughout this module. So as I say, I'm the module leader, and my responsibility is to ensure that the module runs smoothly and that you're happy and understanding about what's going on and what you need to do. So by all means, get in touch with me at any time. The best way to get hold of me is by email, which you can see my email address there. Rob and Alex are also going to be giving me a hand with the module, and what we've done is we've split you into 3 groups, and so we're going to look after a group each. So I'm just going to click there on staff details, and you'll see, for those of you who are not familiar with Rob and Alex, sorry, my computer's running a little bit slow this evening for some reason. So that's me, that's Rob, and that's Alex, and their contact details are on there as well. And once again, probably the best way to get hold of those two is by email as well. But if you want to have a chat with us on the phone, by all means drop us a line, an email, and we can organise a time to do that. That's not a problem at all. Rob and I are also on Twitter, and feel free to follow us on Twitter. Both of us are reasonably active on Twitter and share links and material that you might find interesting and actually helpful for the module. I don't want to spend too much time having a look at the learning materials because there's a huge amount of content within this module. And what I've done is I've broken them down into a number of different sections. And really what I'd encourage you to do is have a look at the bits that you're particularly interested in. So you may not have time to go through all of them. So if you don't, just pick the bits that are interested. And what I would encourage you to do is have a look at the assessment and see which ones you think might be helpful for the assessment. What I've done is, let's just pick one for example here. Let's have a look at the Sabre one. So within each section I've got a number of different kind of materials. So I've got a number of videos in terms of presentations, some of which come from the Sheffield Hallam research seminar series. So this is one of Professor Henry talking around up and coming trials using Sabre. And then I've got some traditional PowerPoint presentations for you to work through, to have a look at, and some webinars as well. So for instance, there's a webinar here, and if we just click on here, one thing just to highlight with some of the material, if they're on external websites like some of the webinars are hosted on, it just comes up with this message here just to say you're essentially leaving the SHU website, and if you click on there, it will take you to the to this webinar. And once that loads up, again, it's just a matter of clicking play, and then we've got, for instance, this webinar by Dr. Edwin Jacobson. And then on each section, what I've done is, let's just go back. I've put a number of papers that I think are interesting and relevant to this section. And what I would like to do from each section is I've created some discussion boards within the discussion board section, and I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts on these. So this is the first time that this module's run, and I'd be really interested to see what you think in terms of the material, what you think's good, and maybe what we could add to for next time round. But as I say, I've really pulled together, I think, quite a large amount of material in there. So as I say, it'd be interesting to see what you think about that. In terms of the assessment, there's two different ways that we're going to assess you. So the first one is using eTivities. So those of you, again, that are familiar with SHU will know that what we ask you to do is I've set 4 eTivities, and they're short tasks that shouldn't take you too long to do, and just to get you starting thinking about what to do in terms of your assignment and what you might be interested in. And what I'll ask you to do is I've set a question for 2 of them, and I'd like you to answer the question with what you think is the answer, and then reply to a couple of other people's posts. And for me, this is, in terms of the module, I think we get a huge amount out of this by sharing our experiences with each other. We all come from different backgrounds with different experiences, and see what you think, and then comment on other people's, and hopefully get a little bit of debate going, because 2 of the questions I've asked are very much would fit a perfect debate, I think. So the first one being, which pre-treatment modality has had the largest impact on radiotherapy and planning in the last 2 years? So there's a number of new technologies that have come in, and eTivity 3 again, new technologies on the horizon. Which radiotherapy treatment modality has the potential to make the largest impact on patient outcome in the next 10 years? So there's some materials in here within the learning materials that you might be interested in to help you with those questions. So maybe towards the bottom end here of some of the really new and novel technologies. So yeah, so I've not got too much more to say really in this. What I would ask you to do, if you don't mind, is to just go onto the discussion boards and just introduce yourself. I think it's just nice so we get a feeling where everybody's from, what their experiences is, and then we can pull on that when we form the discussions in the activities. So I've put my a little bit of blurb about myself on there, and it'd be nice to hear just a few lines about yourself too. So as I say, feel free to get in contact at any time, and I look forward to working with you on this module in the next few weeks and the next forthcoming few months.